Do we have this Tim Heidecker versus Nick Fuentes? Yeah, I wanted to show you a piece of this.
All right. Do we have Nick Fuentes? What's his deal, Vic?
Oh, well, let him explain it.
I actually think this is really funny. It's a complete liberal show, and it wouldn't hurt you to watch a few shows from each side, right? Like I watch Crowder, and I watch Rogan, a libertarian podcast, okay? I like this setup. This is Office Hours with Tim Heidecker. There's my good friend Vic Berger, who accepts me for who I am.
He's
I
a
spoke
sweet
with
guy.
Vic Berger. He is not against Redbar. I'll tell you this right now. Vic Berger likes Redbar. That's all I'm going to say. How PC can he be? How cancel culture can he be? And he's not joking around. He actually watches Redbar. I've had discussions with him.
He's way nicer than I expected.
If Vic Berger, this cancel culture guy, you know him back there? If he's so cancel culture, why does he allow Redbar to thrive? Why does he like Redbar? Why does he understand the difference between maybe Redbar and a Gavin McInnes? Head-scratching stuff there. So here's Tim, and he stands up, and he's going to bring your buddy. You guys love this guy, Nick Fuentes, and they both did a phenomenal job. Let's take a quick watch.
He's probably not going to come home.
No, he's here.
not.
He's got his
here.
MAGA hat and everything.
Oh,
He's been
good.
calling people fags in the chat. He's,
Hear me?
he's ready to go.
And this Tim is hysterical. I'm waiting for Tim to come out and say this is all a bit, where he's playing a liberal and he's decided I'm going to do this for the entire 4 years of Trump and just stick with it. It's my greatest character to date. The meltdown, deranged liberal. I mean, I could very well be wrong, and I probably am. Here's Nick Fuentes looking like Kanye West here. I got to say, this is the best Nick Fuentes. Am I saying his name right?
I guess.
This is the best he's ever looked. You got the beautiful hoodie on there. You've got the Make America. I'm used to seeing him in a cheap suit from Penny's. I think he looks fabulous here. Actually, pretty handsome guy. You were saying pretty handsome guy.
I was.
Oh.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Just trying to give him some props. And here's Tim, and I think this exchange is hilarious. I think we need more of this, not less of it.
Nick, are you smaller or taller than Ben Shapiro? Give us the straight. What's your full
taller.
height, weight?
Spit in my
6'9",
mouth.
What's the deal
420
with the pumpkin on your show that you made it so giant to make you look even smaller than you actually are?
Whoa.
Was
That's
that
a joke,
that a good idea or a bad
whoa,
idea?
whoa, whoa.
Actually, a joke. You probably wouldn't understand. You're not.
I
very
don't get
funny.
why do you care if
Oh, actually, that was a joke. You probably wouldn't understand. You're not very funny, he says to Tim. And this really, look at this little smile. I wish I could smile like this. I ain't happy enough to smile like that. I'll tell you that right now. If I had a smile like this, I'd be huge. All right? I'd have not one problem in my life. Look at that smile. He could be whatever he wants. A professional skateboarder, cool guitarist of a band from the late 90s, right? And Tim does not like this type of stuff. Would you like to see a few more? There's a real funny thing about the Jews. Maybe you could find the Jews part in there. What's wrong with the Jews? Find this transcript about the Jews. All right, let's see a little bit more.
I'm funny or not. Why does it matter? What does the relativity of humor have to do with anything in the world right now? Obviously, there's things that I don't think are funny. I tried. Did you watch the new Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Halloween?
No, I don't watch that. I don't watch Adam Sandler.
I thought that was funny enough. Did you see the new Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Halloween? That's funny enough for me. Don't roll your eye just because he's a liberal. Everyone's a fucking liberal, besides freaks, by the way. Okay? That doesn't make them right. That doesn't make the freaks right. Everybody's just as messed up, all right? You're watching two sides that are both messed up equally. So you can't enjoy both. I thought that was very funny. Hubie Halloween.
I think 4:30 is what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll hear that. Let's do a little bit more of the intro here. And here's Vic Berger. I love this setup. I've never seen a setup like this, where the podcast host stands, and then you guys got guys working in the background. They're on computers. They're working things out. Might be a good idea.
You were invited on this show.
Exactly. I was invited on this show. Like I said, I've turned it down. I don't do interviews. It's beneath me. You know. But I like this idea. Let's see a little bit more here, and then you'll hear this Jews part that is just hilarious.
Okay. I didn't find that funny. I tried watching it, but I'm not going around making it a big part of my personality
Wow.
about
Making
whether or
what?
not I like Adam Sandler.
Aren't you a comedian?
Yeah,
Shouldn't
I'm a
one
successful
be
comedian. I've been doing it for 15 years.
You have
I've been-
2,000 viewers.
Huh?
I have 10,000 viewers. I'm 22. How old are you?
You have 10,000 viewers on your... Because my audience are actually productive people.
They're-
My
He's going, I got 10,000 viewers. You only got 2,000 viewers on your live stream. So who's the real comedian here? And then he goes with the I love that one. Well, my audience is productive. They don't have to, and he's kind of got a point. His audience isn't sitting around doing this. You know who sits around in these chat rooms? Freaks! Fucking freaks! Sick fucks and freaks!
audience are productive people who don't have time to sit around and watch this stupid live stream.
Whoa.
They watch and listen at home. They watch later.
Tim.
Look, I like to let the viewers and the money do the talking, but you're highly successful.
I've been very successful. I've had tremendous success on television, which is a much broader, much bigger, more profitable way to go about expressing yourself.
Like, what, 2008? That was funny in like 2008.
You missed the announcement that I have a new, excuse me, you missed the announcement I have a new show coming on Showtime starting November 8th called Moonbase 8. That's Showtime. It's a paid service. Your audience won't be able to afford it. Like Dylan. But
come on,
starring John C. Reilly and
even
Fred
if you hate him, he's doing at least a funny version of the thing we all hate, right? This is Showtime. It is a paid service. Your audience will not be able to afford it. It's funnier than, listen, Sarah Silverman has let the derangement take over the funny. They've let it delete the funny.
Now, last
Chelsea
show
Hill.
you said that Tim was like that. Are you rescinding your opinion?
I think I am, because Tim's new comedy special, I actually liked it. We're going to show you a part from that coming up. I want to do this Jews part here at 4:03, you say?
4:30.
4:30. Listen to this. 4:30. I hope it's the Jews part. This Nick. Oh, there's my friend Vic Berger. I hope this isn't a religious friendship I have with him. A lot of people think he might be on the temple side of people.
So your side?
Not my side at all. I am against the temple. I don't know if you know this. I want to, I don't know if you could say this on the air. I'll write it down. I'll mail it to you if you want to know what I am willing to do to a temple. All right, let's see what happens here. This is some Israeli stuff. You're going to love this stuff.
4:30.
4:30. Thank you. Somebody actually yelled that out in the chat, too.
Yes, that's what alerted me as well.
They saved my ass. You ever seen somebody do that when they save your ass? All right, here we go. Some Jew stuff. People love Jew stuff. Is so funny right now. This to be very Jews, yucko. And we're finally going to get to the bottom of it. Does Nick Fuentes hate Jews? You're going to hear this, and I think you're going to be let down when you hear this.
The show is something that I find disturbing.
Nick,
okay?
did you say?
So,
Nick,
but did that have any effect on whether he was pulled? What about the macing? What about the macing?
Hitting a guy with his car. Nick, I want to ask you. Did you say Baked Alaska is a runaway slave, and Tim and Vic are house N-words chasing him down?
Yes, that is exactly how
Why
it is.
did he delete it, though? Why did he delete it then?
Yeah. Why did I delete it?
Is that cowardly?
No.
I do want to make this perfectly clear. This isn't a bit. All three people on the left side watch Redbar and like it. I'm not kidding. This isn't a joke. And I've heard Nick Fuentes likes. Are we the only show beloved by the heads of both parties? Tim, of course, the head of the Liberals, and Nick Fuentes, the head of
Feels
the
pretty nice,
right-wing conservatives. It's very nice. People are coming together under this Redbar. Let's hear this one. This is the big one about the Jews.
No, probably because it would have
Why
violated.
did you say the Jews will not cancel the year of Baked Alaska?
Why
do you call us Jews? What
is the problem with being Jewish? I'm not Jewish. Vic's not Jewish. Matt is.
You're acting in a subversive manner to oppress.
Why don't you call us Jews now then?
Yeah, call me a Jew.
Call Tim a Jew.
Call me a Jew, Nick.
Are you Jewish?
Huh?
Why are you asking now, though? Why don't you just call us that?
Yeah, what? First of all,
call us a Jew. It's an insult, right?
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
I love that. Finally, someone has the guts. Why is being Jewish an insult to you, Nick? Let's hear it. You at the edge of your seat here to finally figure out, because I've been wondering. I had no idea. Growing up in Israel, everybody loved the Jews, of course. I come here, I find out half my audience can't stand the race. So finally, my question is going to be asked: why do you hate the Jew? What's wrong with being Jewish? Let's hear that answer.
It's not an insult. That's just how you are. It's descriptive.
But you don't seem to have a high opinion of me. You think I'm doing something wrong. You don't agree with what I'm doing, and you associate that with Jewish behavior. What's that about? Why is it a derogatory term?
Those are Jewish organizations. Are you not familiar with that?
Wow.
What are Jewish organizations? The ADL?
The ADL, yeah. That is literally what they did it to me. The Zionist Organization of America.
Listen to you. You sound like the fucking John Birch Society, and all we try to do in a civil society is...
You see that Zionist. Listen, guys, amazing performances on both sides of the aisle.
This whole thing.
I'm bipartisan. What is bipartisan? I really don't know. I looked at you that I don't know. They say it after every debate. You hear somebody go, bipartisan. I have no idea.
You don't need to know.
Does that mean that you're a fan of both sides? You're bi? Guys. Yeah. Is it really what it means? I'm bipartisan. I love both parties now.
There you go.
You know, I was watching the debates, Donald Trump versus Biden. I'd be proud to have either one of those guys as my leader. They're both equally great. And Kanye's equally great as a third party there. Ross Perot. Okay, there he is, Tim Heidecker. I think you should watch Tim Heidecker stuff. I still think it's got its entertainment value when he put out this comedy special. Not only copying me, but copying one of our great airline enthusiasts, Joe List.
Oh,
yes.
Really, dude?
Would you like to see... We've been making fun of this comedian, right? Joe List. Because Joe List put out a comedy special a few months ago and did about 20 minutes of airline humor, forgetting that this is like a trope. This is like a classic hackneyed bit, ever since, the first episode of Seinfeld came out. He was mocking the comedian that told the airplane joke because it just is a little lazy, huh? Oh, I get it. You go to the airport a lot as a comedian doing these shitty gigs from town to town, and you've got so much downtime at the airport and on the airplane. So you write airplane humor, meaning you don't really write a lot of jokes except for when you're dead bored and have nothing else to do. It's almost like vloggers. You've seen vloggers on YouTube? They really only vlog when there ain't nothing else to do. Like when they're just sitting around completely bored and can't access the internet. Okay, that's when you see people vlog. We want you vlogging during the good parts of your life. Joe List, we want you writing material about the exciting things that go on in the world, not during your downtime at the airport. So it's not just hack the airline stuff, because every comic starts doing it, but it's also insulting because it's not actually good stuff, okay? It's airport complaints. I'd like to see more of like a prison comic where they're constantly criticizing what it's like to live in prison and something like that. And you could find them. They're called Hispanic comics. Like a lot of prison jokes. Yo, when I was in prison once, we used to make grilled cheese using the toilet because, of course, there was no flat top in jail. Did you know that? No flat top in jail to make grilled cheese. Oh, my God. How did you do it? Well, we would take bread, which was just some skin that I peeled off the bottom of my foot. Then we take some cheese, which is just some of my boogers. And then we throw it in the toilet, and the grilled part was the toilet, Oh, good ones, man. I love a jail hack. So I'll show you Tim Heidecker. He literally doing my shtick. I don't know how to feel about this. I've been doing these style of comedy bits for real, like over the last 4 years, and I was going to put these together and actually put out an hour. I literally can't do that anymore because Tim did exactly that. People would think I was copying Tim now. So Vic, I'd like to talk to you here about my works, my royalties.
He did a great job, though. Honestly, I laughed through the whole thing.
I thought it was much better than any comedy special. We'll show you the part where he makes fun of Joe List. So this is really embarrassing to Joe List. So forget, okay, your hate for Tim Heidecker's too high. He hates the Proud Boys. Oh, no. How could you? So we're going to go to this. Well, okay, you hate him for that. will you hate him when you see him blatantly make fun of Joe List? I mean, that's really what he's doing. We should send this to Joe List.
Yes, I was going to say we need a new updated version of that Joe List plane video, but just with this clip at the beginning and then showing Joe List
Exactly.
after.
We could do that. Here is Tim Heidecker mocking comedians doing airplane humor, proving that Joe List doing airplane humor is mockable. Here you are.
Tomorrow. Anyways.
Very funny.
All right. So listen, in my business, you do a lot of flying, right? Always flying from here to there, and I always end up sort of in the last position when flying. You know, you get to the airport, and they say, you show them your ID, they say, it's too bad, sir, you're in zone 5.
Look at.
I said, well, at least I'm not in the twilight zone. Woo! I tell a joke, you? Thank you very much.
Is that it for the airplane stuff? That's
Finally, got a chance to go to one of those 007 banks. You've seen these?
Okay,
These 007?
very, but I laughed at that for hours and hours and hours. I was really disappointed by people just blindly hating it and not getting that this is kind of the same humor we do here. Very insulting to myself. Do we have another bit here?
You could keep playing from here if
Just
you want
from
to
right here.
more.
Let's play a little bit more here.
But the whole thing is good. I would recommend
He
watching
got
it.
him. He got him. Somebody asked right now, is this mock stand-up? Nope, it's his real stand-up.
It's stressful. to
Isn't
have
it
to explain
stressful?
this.
You think everyone's on the same page, and then somebody just now, who's been with us for the last hour, goes, so is this mock stand-up, or? No. Why would it be mock? And now that even confused 3 of the people who thought it and knew it was mock. Now they're confused. It's all mock. All of this stuff is mock. Your whole life has been mock. The Mach 5 Gillette razor blade. Open your eyes. All right, let's hear some more.
Thanks. It was pretty. I went in there. I said,
Keith
I would like
Worrell.
a bond, a savings bond.
Here we go. Some great stuff from Tim Heidecker.
Pretty good. Finally got a chance to hear the music of Keith Urban.
This is great.
I thought to myself, gee, this guy might want to change his name to Keith Rural. If you know what I mean.
Come on. Look at his face.
But boy, there's a lot of women in music these days, don't you think?
This is a good one.
A lot of women in music. I love it. I think it's great. Listen, believe me. I think it's terrific. I heard this story because I'm in the industry. I get some of these inside stories, kind of cool. I heard this. I couldn't believe it was true. This young musician, she was, I guess, just starting out, and she was in the studio, and she was singing her song, and she couldn't get a sense of the tempo. You know, she couldn't get a sense of whether it should be too fast or too slow. She didn't know what was going on. So she was young. She said to the producer or the engineer, whoever it was, in the behind the board, you know, and she said, "Can you help me here with the pace of this? Is it too fast? Is it too slow?" And the engineer, he doesn't know, right? He's just pushing buttons, right? So he goes to the producer who's sitting next to him, or manager, we don't know. And
See, then he goes to puke like me.
he says, "What should I tell her here? You know, what should we say?" And he goes, "Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Tell her to play the song swiftly."
Here you go.
Yeah. And then, of course, Lady Gaga's out there.
Okay, yeah. So that's the end. That to me is what I want from stand-up right now. I'm telling you. And that kind of is what stand-up is. When you're seeing this stuff, when you see Redbar, I think what we're leading up to here is stand-up is over.
I mean,
This
can't
isn't-
really watch
can't
a
really-
normal stand-up special when people are doing this now.
You can't. Stand-up doesn't really work anymore. I think just doing stand-up in any form, even mocking stand-up like that, is in itself cringe and theatery. I just think it's really over. So we here at Redbar, we don't like stand-up. Shoot them, shoot them. This is a call to arms. It's not. That's a complete joke. So how about you say, just for my sake, we give Tim Heidecker, we welcome him back in, and you make him one of your top guys.
I'm ready to give him another
Just kidding.
chance.
Trade
I thought
in-
it was funny.
You know, you don't need to watch Steven Crowder. You don't need to watch who's that little lemming, that Jewish fraud who pretends he's part of he likes conservatism. He does not. You trade in one of those for Tim Heidecker. I think he's doing great this holiday season. Thank you for and you know what? Some people were afraid. I saw some people like, hate me all you want, thought it was funny. And
I know they were worried.
Hate me all, and then they flinch. Hey, dude, I got it. Because a lot of people, they assumed that I would have the take where I hate him and he sucks, right? Because we hate the PC police. This is what they thought. All right, well, moving on here. I don't want to cause any
People always ask what you do like. This is what you do like.
There you go. Listen, I don't want to cause any political divide. Okay.
The guy who's the Mersh fan in the chat.
Oh,
whom
no.
I love.
Oh, yeah, we do love this guy. We got this one Mersh fan. He takes everything literally around here.
He goes, Mike sees the slicked back hair and is convinced Tim is just doing a mock show.
And I'll tell you this.
Someone said, what are you talking about?
Listen to this. And by the way, let's reset this. This is a Mersh / this new guy Mersh. We didn't get the fucking ribbon or the scissors. Put that on the list. We got to get the ribbon and the scissors. We're inducting a new guy to our Fools Hall of Fame. He's worked the ladder up. His name is Mersh. We've got a lot of fans from Revenge of the Sis because they were promoting us early on. We get a lot of their fans. Then they actually, I'm not kidding, they stopped listening to Sis after they've been converted. But we've got a lot of guys like this. And this is a typical... You go, Revenge of the Sis, how do they have 37,000 YouTube subscribers? But Mersh only makes about $800 a month. That's how. How do you have 37,000 YouTube subscribers, but you could only pull in $1,500 tops per month that you have to split? Well, I'll tell you how. Here's how, and his name is... Here's how his name is Emilian02, this guy in our chat room. Here's how you end up with 37,000 subscribers and no money. Here's an example. And after this Tim Heidecker thing, he says this. He's not doing a bit. Listen to this.
Hold on, I gotta go back up.
Jesus
He said Mike sees the slicked back hair and is convinced Tim is doing a mock show.
Meaning he ain't so convinced.
He's so cute.
Wait.
Make fun of him. Now that we're making fun of him, he goes,
I know he's cute.
Oh, come on. That's what he
I
said.
know he's cute, but the confusion of people like this, and we're going to show you this Redbar guy, too. We'll show you his video coming up. Put that in queue, because that'll work with this. People like him, this Revenge of the Sis fan, who clearly didn't know that Tim is doing... He doesn't believe me. He thinks maybe I am the idiot.
Maybe he's doing a Tim-style bit on us.
I could tell you this right now, they're not. I've met these Revenge of the Sis fans. After all, you go, who would watch Revenge of the Sis? Well, there the guy is, and that is his level of thinking there. And then we're going to show you this video, another guy where you go, oh my God, how many of these people are actually out there? Is almost every comment that we don't agree with somebody like this? Whenever we're going, whoa, who would say? Is it someone like this? We're going to show you this video. Did you pull it up?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Here you go. It's coming. Staff is very off today. I don't know why we're still waiting on this, so I'll have a discussion with her after the show. We're just still waiting on it here.
You're waiting on yourself, actually.
It's in here today. Okay, I apologize to the staff wholeheartedly. Hopefully, she could just move the fuck on. Here we go. This is a review part 1, Redbar X Scars Club BBG group, and this is a listener of ours that also came from Revenge of the Sis. And I wanted to just give it a roll here, and we'll see. This is where the discrepancies come from. When you see the discrepancies in our group on Facebook, when you see somebody say something like this guy did about Tim Heidecker here in our chat today, you might be thinking, oh, that could be a guy just like me. Maybe that's a guy just like Mike, in fact. I want to show you there could be a difference. This is the type of guy they are.
Hey, what up? Today we're going to talk about motherfucking Mike David and the Redbar radio show. If you haven't heard about him, he is a funny motherfucker, man. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
He does internet radio, so you got to subscribe to listen to his podcast type deal.
All All right, so he's driving in his car. Saw a lot of people making fun of his Friends shirt. It's not a Friends shirt, though. This was another big whiff. His Friends shirt is a parody Friends shirt, and it's actually all the most famous horror characters. I think Jigsaw's back there, of course, Michael Myers, and I'm sure Freddy.
I like it.
And Jason around there. So those are the friends he is into. So we can't really make fun of him for liking Friends. I saw that quite a lot when they were going after him. And there's no reason to go after him. It's a level-headed guy. Let's hear what he has to say. I love his seat covers. They're Aztec. I'm wearing something a little Aztec today. How could I go after this? Let's hear him. Let's hear him out.
I've heard him in interviews in the past. He doesn't like the term podcast. It's a radio show.
He's talking about me.
Apparently podcast came from the days of the iPod. And so you would download motherfucking podcasts on your iPod. Anyway, he has a show, the Redbar radio show, where he goes through podcasts, YouTubers, shit celebrities, shit comedians, and exposes them. Great content.
Oh, thank you.
He has his wife on the show. You never see her face.
Whoa.
Jules. She has a microphone and she laughs at what he has to say. It seems like everything he has to say.
Oh.
Never disagrees with him.
Whoa.
The guy is funny. He's a complete narcissist. I would say I'm a narcissist as well. He has, I don't know if you'd call it a big following. He has a little group called the Bring Back Group on Facebook. They feed him shit that they hope he will bring up on the show and give their name a shout out. I guess that's their goal.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's their goal.
He goes through podcasts, comedians, fucking fake comedians, people that aren't funny that somehow got accepted in the mainstream and people think are funny. I don't know how. I watch these fucking comedians, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Wow.
Bill Burr. They don't fucking do it for me, man. They fucking suck, dude. And they got an audience laughing at fucking everything. That SNL skit from Bill Burr the other day, Mike was on point with that shit, man.
Thank you.
It was fucking, he brought up shit that was important 2 years ago. He talked about getting canceled, the cancel culture.
So this goes on for about 14 minutes here. Did we have any time codes here of anything, Choice?
Not really.
We should recommend this video, though. I think everybody would enjoy watching this.
You could go to like the last minute. I think he says something about Xander. That was funny.
Now, let's see this. But if you want to watch at home, and I suggest you do, it's called Review Part 1. Redbar X Scars Club BBG Group. Let's hear that little ending. See if he says anything good.
Jim Beam. They're just the biggest fanboy embarrassment I've ever seen. But anyway, yeah. Mike David, he's a funny dude, man. Redbar, I would check him out. The BRB, Bring Back Group, the BBG, fuck that shit. Bunch of nerds. If you're a nerd, then yeah, you'd like it. And there's a kid named Xander.
Here we go. Xander.
That, he waits for I can just imagine him sitting, waiting there every day for a live thing to pop up. And anything they need, if Mike can't think of a name or can't get a clip of a video right away, there's this gay kid in there named Xander. And he'll find it right away. He's a yes man for Mike.
Wow.
Apparently he doesn't have a job. He just sits and waits on his computer for a live stream.
Unbelievable.
And, I mean, I pictured him as just like a retard in a wheelchair.
A retard in a wheelchair.
Maybe blind and deaf.
Blind and deaf. One arm.
The way Jules talks about him. Oh, we love Xander. Like he's a fucking Make-A-Wish kid.
Wow.
But yeah, he's just a little pussy-ass bitch that was talking shit too.
Oh, shit.
His profile pics of him and his one-eyed dog sitting on the edge of a cliff. Motherfucker should just jump already.
Wow!
Ain't got nothing to lose there, pal.
Oh!
Anyway,
shit.
so that's it for me. That's
Oh, never mind. Maybe this is an example of listeners with high IQs that smoke motherfuckers.
That was a slam.
Well said. So, are you like this guy, more like this guy, or are you more like Xander? It's up to you. I guess there's a room for everybody here. I'm sure I'll be in a giant incident with him come later in the year. Thank you so much. You could find that on YouTube.
People really like that Xander stuff.
He goes by the name Booger Brains.
Xander's ruined now.
Yeah.
This is stand-up.
Look, I said to him, I said, great video. I'll look into this group thing and see what's all behind it. Hate to see a dissatisfied customer. And he goes, I could read through the lines when someone's being sarcastic. The BBG takes everything as scripture. For people so illiterate, they take everything so literally. They are very Donkey Lips-esque. Wow. Unreal. Thank you. His name's Booger Brains on YouTube. I thought that was pretty cool. I like seeing...
Now there's people in the chat going, Xander's cool, though.
You see what I'm talking about. We got a lot of
whiny
little bitch. Thank you guys. Let's start the show. You guys ready to start the show? Let's hear it.
We need us all to get on the same page here.
More of an audience here.
You know how when before you do a concert, you do maybe like a singing lesson? We need to do a little segment like this so that we can all get on the same page. Or a warm-up.
Yeah, like a little warm-up.
So
you should be our warm-up act where you come on here and warm up the audience for me before I get on the mic. What do you say about that?
You let me?
You come up, you shoot T-shirts out to the guys.
I'd like that.